another series of BK Play, and we're doing Super Mario Bros. Free, an absolute classic released in 1988. It took a couple years for it to come out in America, and even one more year for it to come out in the PAL region. But regardless, it is finally out 40 years ago, almost. That's fucking insane. We're going to be doing a one-player game because I have no friends. There you go. And I hope you enjoyed my little rendition of the Super Mario All-Stars version of that intro theme, because right now I was listening to pure silence. The NES version doesn't have anything, so I decided to just make my own little 8-bit version of, the little intro they added for the All-Stars version. Now, why am I not playing the All-Stars version? Because I'm a stickler for the original, damn it, and I really like doing that. Plus, it's just so cool seeing a game this ambitious on the NES that actually still holds up. Like, this game feels like you just update the visuals, which they've already done with the All-Stars version, and it's practically a contemporary release. Like, really, I can't think of a single fucking, apart from making it look like those new Super Mario Bros. Games, but why would you do that? Now, how the hell does the P-Wing work? I've actually never figured that out. Let's see. So we have to get a little speed, and oh, no, wait, you don't just hold it down. You have to tap it constantly? How does this work? I want to figure this out as soon as I can so that I can, oh, there you go, you have to tap left and right, and occasionally, okay, cool. We're not going to be going for 100%, I'm not even sure what extra collectibles there really are. There's no star coins, that's for sure. This game is not super heavy on the extra collectibles because it kind of came out quite a while ago, and that was before a lot of platformers started to do those sort of things. Some will have them, even the, what was it called? Even Super Mario World actually does that. But regardless, we're going to move on to the next level, and we're just going to keep playing through. Now, I will be using save states because, duh. But to be fair, this game isn't that difficult. The jumping is quite floaty, the level design isn't outrageously complicated or anything, and there's actually plenty of ways to skip certain sections. Now, I will be trying to be thorough with the playthrough. Not 100% thorough, but what I mean is I'm not just going to, I don't know, I guess get a warp whistle and skip half the game, because I'm pretty sure you can do that. Like, yes, this game has those kind of items similar to New Super Mario Bros. Games. In fact, this did it first, and it's almost insane that games released decades later don't do things to a similar extent. This card system's completely gone, not to mention that, look at how many items I could potentially hold. Check this out. I have nothing right now, but I can hold a fuck ton of items in this menu. Whereas in the future games, well, you can still hold a decent amount of them, but not quite as large of a variety. And speaking of variety, actually, this game is an absolute fucking champ in that regard. Like, seriously, the Mario World might have more enemy sprites in total, I believe, mainly because, it's on the Super Nintendo and everything, and also has the alternate, like a New Game Plus mode that it has, where everything changes, like the seasons change and the enemies become different. Yeah, well, this game doesn't have that, but it just has a ton of variety in the enemies already, and a lot of item variety. Tons of items that we don't really see too often in Mario games, or only occasionally see more recently as like remember the thing? Like a throwback, kind of a very shallow thing to do, although I get it. For as much as I want to hate when games do nostalgic pandering like that, it's not really, okay, pick a box. Its contents will help you on your, I'm not going to even try and do a Toad voice, that fucking, how did that even become the canon to, well, actually, no shit, it became the canon Toad voice, because, fun fact, that was originally going to be the thumbnail for this series, but I decided to make it an updated, like, higher res version of the pickup in the levels themselves. I feel like that one's more iconic, although I still feel like it looks a bit like a liver, but I'm not sure if I have it in me to actually redraw it in a way that looks good. Like at the scale that I make my thumbnails, in terms of resolution, it would look really bad if I just kept it the original pixel art. Pixel art is iconic, but it doesn't look that good, at least that particular sprite. So, I don't know, I guess I'm just going to keep it. I could also, there's an alternative that I can come up with, which, well, you'll know by the time this series is up, and that is to actually have the thumbnail be the number 3 with a little Tanuki tail coming out of it. I might try that. After I'm done recording this, I might try that as an option if I'm not too tired. Although, ultimately, I feel like that's a little bit, I want to say it's generic because it's very specific to this game. You know, the number free being the third game, and the Tanuki tale being, you know, God, forward-facing Mario isn't real. He can't hurt you. Forward-facing Mario in this game exists, and he's quite creepy. This game, you know, when the AVGN did a video on it, it was like, oh, this game is the devil. Oh man, fun times. Anyway, what's this? Oh yeah, this game has all of these different... I've never seen that sprite of Mario before. All these different toad houses, which allow you to... Let's see if we can get it without using save states. Because I don't really care about these too much. Let's see if we can get it, and... Oh shit, I mistimed it. Yep, okay, we're screwed. We're not gonna get anything now. Come on, it doesn't matter. Cool. I'm pretty sure you have to line them all up, otherwise it's not gonna work. This level right here is the reason why I decided to do this playthrough in the native aspect ratio of this game, instead of stretching it to 4x3, because most of these games are actually made with 4x3 in mind, especially in the Super Nintendo era as well, even though they don't output at 4x3, or at least like as far as the emulator is concerned, right? Or even the original hardware, I imagine. You have to stretch it to get it to 4x3, but the thing is, this level clearly shows that this game is meant to run in the 1-to-1, I guess, aspect ratio, whatever aspect ratio this is currently running at, because all of these cubes, these blocks, well, they're not blocks. They become stretched slabs, and they look fucking Oh, dick. Alright, let's go again. They look absolutely terrible when you stretch them like that. Let's just keep the Tanuki Leaf, because it is ultimately the better maneuverability option. I love the way those discs look, and they do kind of look like waffles, admittedly. Ooh, I've never actually tried to fly inside one of these levels. Remember, you gotta mash the button to slow down Mario's descent. What is this? Another leaf? That's helpful, even though it doesn't exactly... Come on, this thing is so That attack is so unreliable. They definitely improved the attack for Mario's, offensive abilities when it comes to the Tanuki. Well, in that game, it's the Cape Feather, of course. It's an updated version of it. They definitely improved it for Mario World, because here, that is not a very reliable attack, as you just witnessed. Although, that might just me being not that great at video games. You know, it's really interesting how the platformer became such a popular genre, despite the fact that so many people are so terrible at it. It seems to be the most, like, the genre that is most accessible, and yet people are most consistently bad at it, including myself. I'm actually not very good at platformers, despite the fact that I play them a lot, you know, especially 2D platformers. And it's just so strange to me how it became such a popular genre, but I know why. It's because of the context, right? These games were some of the first to take us on a massive adventure with colorful and varied worlds, instead of the more monotonous environments that we're used to seeing, and that we were used to seeing back then on Atari 2600 and 5200, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, you had games like Adventure on Atari and Hero. There are some games that do take you on a journey, but, I mean, look at this shit. Look at these graphics. Whoa, nice graphics. Wait till I get my hands on that game. Man, you know, one of these days I'm gonna feel really old referencing something like that. In fact, sometimes I feel old anyway because of it. You know what makes you really feel old? When you have to teach a bunch of middle schoolers music, and you realize that none of them get the references that you make. Because, of course, how would like a 13-year-old know what an NES is? You'd think they would. It's because in my head, I knew what an... I didn't actually mean to do that, but fine. Because the funny thing is, I knew what an NES was when I was 13, and I was still born way past the NES era. Why did I just do that? I didn't actually need to load that state. Come on. So it's a matter of interest, really. You know, I mean, some kids are actually familiar with that stuff, but anyway... regardless, this is a really interesting stage, because I feel, like, in my head, it feels like it should be an auto-scroller, but clearly it isn't an auto-scroller. So, like, it just feels really strange and weird, because it's like, it has this look of, like, the kind of level that would obviously... Oh no, I've made an oopsie, haven't I? Alright, we're going all the way back now, but that's okay. I'm mainly just using save states to mitigate lives, because it's an archaic game mechanic, and continues. I still can't believe this game was released, and it was so long, despite not having any continues. I mean, of course, they fixed that with the All-Stars version, but still, not just continues. No, I think it does have continues. I don't know. I'm never gonna find out, because obviously I'm gonna be saving. But what I mean is, it has no, like, native save feature, or even passwords or anything. You're just expected to play the game and just beat the whole thing in one sitting. Now, granted, yes, it's possible to do that thanks to warp whistles and map layouts, like map navigation and routing. This game has a lot of replay value in that regard, and so naturally, right, you would, in fact, this not even that long of a game. Look how we're pretty much almost done with the first world, just like the you motherfucker. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm gonna get myself a fire flower. Anyway, why does that chest look so tiny? Ooh, a star. I'm actually probably never gonna use that because I never really got the point of starting a level with a star like that. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. Yes, I know. Pick a box. One of them has something in it that may or may not have been stolen from it. Ooh, did you see that? My fire was green for some reason. That must have been a palette issue. That's really cool. See, because back then games used palettes like that. I mean, some games still do that. But anyway, oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed into a doggo. Please find the magic wand so we can change him back. Thank you for at least scrolling at a decent rate, text. I like how there's just a straight up dollar icon near the, near where you get the coins. It's just no fucking around, no beating around the bush. That is money, you know? Just straight up dollars. It's great. It's like I have $48 on my person. Oh, man. So wait, hold on. So $1 is one giant golden coin. Wow, what the hell happened to gold in this universe? Why am I questioning the economics of Mario? I don't know. Look at the clouds. They're actually very nicely done. This whole game, again, very good sprite work, which, I mean, it makes sense. It came out about 5 years after the Famicom was released. Famicom with an M, because it's the family computer. But yeah, so it would make sense as to why it's quite a... Oh, for fuck's sake. You're terrible at this. Accept it. It would make sense as to why it's a fairly good-looking game. Oh god, forward-facing Tiny Mario is even worse. Don't die. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm bound to get through this. I just want a nice, relaxing series because after playing through fucking Glitch... what was it? Metal Arms Glitch in the System, and... Oh, I missed it. Damn it. And also, Puddle. Man, I need a game to just fucking unwind. You know, and this is a game that I've actually never played to completion, and I feel like it's about time. Again, I'm not the biggest Mario fan, although I am one of those absolute sick fucks who thinks that Mario is better in 2D. Which well, I mean, to be fair, Mario is still very good in 2D. Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here is a letter from the princess, that bitch. Alright, well, let's gonna see what's gonna happen. Let me guess. Hey, Mario, did you know that Donkey Kong is a... greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will chase. They will give chase if you turn away. Wow, a game from the late 80s that was initially Japanese using a phrase such as give chase? That is beyond the level of English I was expecting, because, you know, this was like the era of congratulations. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you, Princess Toadstool. I'm gonna give Princess Toadstool, like, that kind of voice, because fuck it, I feel like it's funny. Dude, you forget how fucking metal the music in these games used to be. It's because Perfect Fourths, man. Whoa, look at those textures in the background. That's nice. Genuinely, though, again, very well done game. And motherfucker, that gimmick makes an appearance in New Super Mario Bros. DS. And, you know, it only just hit me. There's a tiny Goomba in there. That's what's propelling those crates, those boxes forward. Tiny little Goomba dudes. That's absolutely adorable. But, like, you gotta kill them, though, because they're bad. Anyway, you know, I think Mario music is kind of incredible in the way that it's, like, 2 melodies, and yet it sustains an entire adventure, right? How does Koji Kondo do that? It's amazing. Like, seriously, this whole game has, like, 2 motifs. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Okay, it probably has more than that, but I just haven't been paying attention. You know, in Mario 64, how it has, like, 3 unique compositions, really. It has the motif, da-da-da-da-da-da. Then it has Dire Dire Docks, and it also has the Bowser theme. And that's pretty much... Oh, of course, the castle theme as well. You know, if I had Big Mario, I could probably... Oh, motherfucker, he can jump between layers. Let's get the hell out of here. Well, let's try to get the hell out of here without getting killed, that is. Run, and get a... Whoa, how the fuck... Oh, who am I? Elliot Council dying during the transitional screen? They changed the texture for the end. I've always loved that. This game actually has... It's one of the earliest games I could think of with that sort of... a weird meta abstract kind of art style where the whole game, you know, is like it's a normal looking game, right? For the most part, everything feels believable within its own context. But did I get it? Yes, I got that. And now I'll try one more. I gotta get the green, and there you go. That should be it. Oh, you motherfucker, you put a delay on that one. I mean, it's gambling, that's the whole point. And anyway, but yeah, it's one of the earliest games I could think of that has this sort of... It feels like it breaks the fourth wall, right? Because certain assets in this game look like they're bolted onto the background, right? it's a very interesting visual direction. The whole thing has, like, again, it's been theorized, this whole game is like a play, basically. It's a little more realized than that, but still, it was like, you know, a lot of people consider Mario 2 the weird one from that era. I think this is the weird one. I get just so many strange vibes from the way this game presents itself, and yet it is just an incredibly fun and satisfying platformer. There you go. We got the new star. Oh, imagine if we get 3 of those. I bet I get a ton of extra lives. I'm going to use those real handy. So, we're going to move on to our first castle. Keep in mind, I will probably be splitting some of these worlds into different parts, depending on the length. So, for example, right now I've been recording for 16 minutes. And if I hit 20 minutes, like halfway through this world, which we basically are already at, I'm just going to end it and then continue in the next part, because, you know, I don't want to do super long parts. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. And I especially, and this is something I've learned to not do anymore, to arbitrarily extend them depending on the game. Whoa, look at that. See, that right there? That is why this game has a lot of garbage on the left and right, which you're not going to see. I'm going to move my custom borders that I have for my games that aren't 16 by 9. I'm going to move them so that you don't see that. I'm going to cover them right up to the edge of the screen so that you don't see the motherfucker. So you don't see the garbage, right? I mean, I could also adjust the overscan of the emulator, but I'd rather just get the entire picture just straight as it is, you know, completely unadulterated, and then fix it up in editing. Oh, I fucking died. And then fix it up in editing. But the reason why that looks that way is because the game has vertical and horizontal smooth scrolling, which was kind of a big deal back then. You ever notice how pretty much every game from that time will either scroll smoothly left and right, no problem, or up and down, but never both at the same time? Right? Exactly. This game actually allows you to do both. At least I think that's what the explanation was. I don't remember. I should probably look that up some other time. But regardless, we're gonna do, I think, one more stage, then we'll end it. I'll just be fair. How much more do we have of this world anyway? Well, we're on level 3. I believe there's 6 worlds per stage. 6 worlds per stage. 6 stages. I swear to God, I'm not dyslexic, but 6 worlds per stage. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. But no, 6 stages per world. But still. You know, I actually really like the way that, you're not going to see this, or maybe I'll decrease the opacity, but I do like the way the clouds become kind of gold colored when you look at them at just the right point in time as you're scrolling the screen. I think if Editor Me remembers, I'll try and, like, turn off one of my borders just to show you that for a second, and then turn them back on, like, or the blocks, the way they become slightly more, wait, dude, no, that's not how hitboxes work. Did Vicarious Visions go back in time to become a company sooner and then make this game? Because, I know, it's the old joke because of the Crash Insane trilogy. The fuck is a hitbox? Actually, the fuck is a hit capsule? Because Crash's hitbox in that game isn't even a... Okay, that was my fault. It isn't even a box at all. It's a capsule. Which is why it's so easy for Crash to slip off of shit. But you know, I never really had too much of a problem with that. Now, granted, I haven't played the Insane Trilogy extensively. In fact, I haven't played it since it came out, and I've just gone back to the originals. Which I know is kind of weird, because it's like, well, why would you ever go back to the original Crash 1, especially... I don't know, man. I like the original Crash 1. It did a whole Vivid Noise on it, and some people seem to agree with me. And yeah, it just has a really clunky, kind of, but like satisfyingly clunky, rigid kind of feel. The Act Man would describe it as rugged shitty. You know, Act Man? Hold on, can I talk about him? Didn't he get into some trouble? I don't remember exactly, but I know him for his cool Call of Duty videos and Halo and stuff like that. Aw, man, I only got 2 stars, but still. Whoa, look at the way that flickers. But that's not because of a lack of de-interlacing. That's just how the game is. Shit, I actually have no idea where to go from this point on. Oh, okay, that's actually really simple. So basically I just have to engage this motherfucker right here. Done. There you go. Oh, there it is. Make sure to collect our, what is that? Oh, it's the music box, which allows us to put those guys to sleep. And let's do one more level and we'll call it a day. And next time we'll complete this world, but as you can see, we have the sun. And you know, that's actually kind of true. The implications are absolutely horrifying. Like, imagine if in the real life the sun just came down. Well, to be fair, we would probably all die hours before it even got, in fact, days before it even got remotely close to physically colliding with the Earth because physics and also heat. We would all melt into pieces. And that would be an interesting phenomenon. I do love that, though, like the idea of, you know, interstellar bodies just interacting with the world this way. That's why I've always kind of liked Majora's Mask, even though I've never ever played it in my life, and I don't really get the fuck out of the thing, Mario. And I don't really like Ocarina of Time that much. And not in like a hipster, like, oh, it's not that good. No, I literally just don't care about it that much as a game, to be honest. It's just not my thing. I don't like adventure games. So anyway, I'm about to get fucking murdered now for saying that. And I'm going to call it a day for now. This has been part 1 of Super Mario Bros. Free. I'm gonna see you guys in part 2. We'll be completing the desert world, and then we'll move on to shit. I don't even remember. Was it the water world or was it the sky? No, sky that's way too early for the sky. So it's probably gonna be the water area or the token ice area. Was there even an ice world in this game? Doesn't matter. I'll see you guys in part 2 of Super Mario Bros. Free.